Hello everybody. I haven't done these record updates since my last fall visit to Canada and USA. I mean, I've done heavy metal, but for the other records. So I thought it was time to do, but I have bought so much records that I had to divide them into some pieces, and this time I decided to go with the blues and punk. So let's start with Cream. Royal Albert Hall, London, May 2, 3rd, 5th and 6th, 2005. Originally released on DVD in 2005 and on record in 2014. Cream was known as a live band back in the 60s, a jam band that they extended their songs to 10-15 minutes. But if you are expecting the same from here, you will be disappointed, because here the longest one was, I think it was under 8 minutes, and majority of the songs are like 3-4 minutes. So very different kind of live band. But for those who happen to know, this one I have had for about 10 years. This is Cream BBC Sessions. Check out the picture, by the way. Yeah, these are the radio sessions from the 60s. And here the versions are actually even shorter than on their studio albums. These are like just barely 2 minutes long. So there have now been like 3 different types of live Cream. Okay, then yeah, when I look at the song length, if I see that the song is like 15 minutes long, it doesn't bother me or scare me. I'm fully prepared to listen to long songs. But when I bought this one, this is Allman Brothers Band Idlewild South. This is a 2 CD version. And this one includes a full live set from Ludlow Garage in 1970. When I looked at one of the songs here, Mountain Jam, which is included on their album Eat a Peach, and on that album it is 33 minutes long, and that one I have to say that I struggle with. So when I looked at this one and I noticed that Mountain Jam here is 45 minutes long, I was kind of worried. But I have to say that I like this one, and I like this one better than the Mountain Jam on Eat a Peach. Okay, then I noticed that the first 3 albums from this next artist had been reissued on vinyl, and I really wanted to buy the 3rd one, but the 3rd one, which is Giant Step, includes one song that I really don't like. And because I have them on CD, the one song is very simple to just click away, and so that's why I decided to go with the first album. This is Taj Mahal self-titled debut from 1968. There is a full band here, but again, this one gives sort of like an acoustic feel to these songs. So yeah, very old type of blues, even though it's recorded in the late 60s. And this one is reissued as the album was originally issued, with these bird pictures or drawings here. I have this on a remastered CD, and on the remastered CD this album cover was issued without these birds, which is the way that Taj Mahal himself originally wanted this album to be issued. And then this is John Campbell, Howlin' Mercy from 1993, his second and last album he made before he died. And I call this voodoo blues because this gives sort of a voodoo feeling, dark feeling to it. His voice is similar to Johnny Winter. Also, he likes to play slide guitar, and he has got similar voice to Johnny Winter, very growly. Although John Campbell sings from lower register, he has got much more deeper voice. But yeah. Very dark feeling blues. If you like Johnny Winter, I suggest you give this one a try. Although most of the times I would say that Johnny Winter's songs are more fast-paced song than John Campbell's songs here. But excellent stuff anyway. Then one of my very favorite blues rock artists, Rory Gallagher, Jinx. I have a majority of the Rory Gallagher albums on CD, and I have this one as a remastered version from the early 2000s, and that one is also remixed. So I wanted to get the original mix, and that's why I bought this original pressing from 1982. Also bought more recent reissue. This is his second solo album, Deuce, one of my favorite studio albums from Rory Gallagher. And take a look at the picture on the rear sleeve and compare it to this one, Beat Club Sessions, the original released in 2010. These are radio sessions from 1971 and 1972, so he's in fantastic form, really fast-paced, excellent blues rock. And this one includes one of my very favorite Rory Gallagher songs, Crest of a Wave, and here as a live version it's even better than the original studio version, which is to be found from this album. Okay, then very different type of blues. This is Dave and Phil Olvin, Lost Time, released in 2015. I know these guys best from the Blasters, the band that they formed in the late 70s. And this is very different. This is, although there is a full band, this is again very much like a acoustic feel to it. And I saw them live last September in Chicago when I was there. Yeah, very simple blues. Excellent stuff. And then Finnish blues guitarist, slide guitarist Erja Lyytinen, and this is her tribute album to Elmore James. This is called Sky's Crying from 2014. There's two of her own compositions here. That's the concert ticket that I went to see her this winter. But yeah, this is excellent stuff. And when I went to see her, I was surprised at how good guitarist she was. She was really excellent guitarist. But unfortunately, her band wasn't that good, so she needs to get a better backing band for herself. Oh. Then the first Finnish blues album ever released. This is Eero Raittinen, Eeron LP, released in 1970. 1977 this was reissued under the name of Blues from the North. I like this. I think it's very good, but unfortunately some of these tracks have been recorded with a jazz band, so the jazz influences come through, and I'm not too crazy about those. But overall, I really like this, and it comes with this insert. And here Eero tells how the album was a commercial flop those first two times when this was released. And looking at the cover art, not very surprising, I have to say, but quality of the music is good. And this was one of the Finnish albums that I have been hoping for a very long time that this would have been reissued. So I'm very glad that this was finally issued on record again. And then the blues album that was the most talked album last year. This is Rolling Stones' Blue and Lonesome. This was a difficult album to get there because the record company simply didn't supply record stores here enough. I talked with several stores, and they said that no, it's sold out. It was immediately sold out because they got one store said that they got 1/3 of what they ordered, and another store said that they got 1/5 of what they ordered. So I had to wait until they got more, and this was still the very last copy that was available from the second batch when I went to get it. So is this as great as was spoken of last year? No, I don't think so. I think it's a good album, but Rolling Stones has done better stuff than this, and there are better blues records than this one. Good album, worth hearing, but not as great as it has made out to be. Okay, then off to punk, and first one is I have heard many people saying that this isn't punk, but to me this is punk rock. This is The Offspring Greatest Hits. I like this stuff. I've never bought anything else from them, so I thought it was time to get it. And I like the humor in this here, like the Pretty Fly for a White Guy. I think it's a funny song. I think it's good stuff. The next one is very different. This is Replacements, Stink, their first mini album from 1982. This is really like a speed flying punk. You can hear the speed flying and you can hear the aggression here. Really drunken, aggressive punk. Then this isn't really my kind of punk, because hardcore punk really isn't my thing. But there are good stuff here, like Dead Kennedys, Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables, and that's why I bought this one. This is Dead Kennedys, Gimme Convenience or Gimme Death, their compilation album from 1987. Yeah, I've had Fresh Fruit for a very long time, so I've always wanted to get something, but I just didn't really know what to get. So this was a good find. There was like, what, 27 songs. How many songs there were? Oh, 17 songs. Okay. But anyway, some of this stuff here is really good, and some of this stuff I didn't really care for. So I don't think I'm going to buy any more Dead Kennedys, but I'm glad to include this one in my collection. And this one, by the way, comes with this book or booklet, so that's a nice addition. And then when I saw this one being reissued, I jumped at it. I have this one on CD, but I had to get this one on vinyl. This is Buzzcocks Spiral Scratch, their first release from 1977, 4-track EP. Excellent as is all of the 70s stuff. And then this one was also issued. This is Time's Up. I think this was originally released in 1978, although at that time the how official release it was is a bit of a question mark. My personal belief is that they themselves released this, but made it look like it had been like as if it was a bootleg recording. This one was recorded in December '76. These are demo recordings from 2 months earlier. But nonetheless, again, great stuff. This one was issued on vinyl also, but as you can see, there's not much to talk about when it comes to cover art, so I decided to go with the CD. The CD being 10 euros cheaper. And then I was visiting a record fair, and this one was my favorite find from them. This is self-titled album from Buzzcocks, released in 2003. I didn't even know that this had been issued on vinyl, and I have been looking for this one on CD for like almost 3 years. I haven't seen a single copy of it. So this one was really great find. And this one is every bit as good as any of the 70s releases. So really, really great find. Okay, that's all for this time. Hope you like this. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Bye.